Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. There is something that I wanted to talk about here on the channel that I never got a chance to react to when it first came out. I'm super excited for this. It's Invincible versus, and they got a video here that I kind of want to watch. It is an exclusive how Invincible became a fighting game with the main man himself, Robert Kirkman, the creator of Invincible. I'm just excited for this video game, honestly. You guys let me know in the comment section below if you guys are looking forward to this video game. I think it's going to be dope. Honestly, Invincible works so well for a fighting game, and from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty sick. So let's put this in full screen. Let's go ahead and watch this and see what we got.
Kirkman, I'm the co-creator.
Hold up. Let me start this up from the beginning again. Hold the phone! It's your boy. I just wanted to let you know real quick before you continue the video that this video is sponsored by me. I just wanted to let you guys know that your boy right here has a website. Here it is in all of its glory, RevxTV.com. That's RevxTV.com. You can support me by getting an art print right here if you do so incline. I have 4 different options for you. If you want to sketch, if you want line art, black and white, fully colored, totally up to you. And you can also get some exclusive merchandise. Check out that sick hat. Check out that incredible shirt, and check out that amazing hoodie. And if you're a member of the website, not only can you get these products, but you get a 10% discount. That's right, 10% off of anything from the website from just being a member. And if you don't want to do any of this stuff, but you want to support your boy, donations/tips are welcome. So just friendly reminder that I do have a website, and you can go to it now if you go to revoart.com. All right, let's go.
Hi, I'm Robert Kirkman. I'm the co-creator of Invincible.
Come to me. We're not done yet.
It's so laggy, I'm sorry.
Like
Come on, robot, with that big brain, you must know you can't win this.
The odds may be in your favor, but I am not without resources.
So my history with video games, I'm born in 1978. So, you know, parents got an Atari when I was very young, mostly for them to play. Atari 2600, and, you know, played a little, I don't know, Pitfall, and, you know, the Tanks game, and Cubert, that kind of stuff. Got a NES for Christmas one year, and fell in love with Mario Brothers. And so I was kind of around for, like, you know, video games proliferation into our lives and stuff. Followed the systems through my high school years, you know, all the way to PlayStation and Xbox. And then when I started in comics in 2000, I basically decided the only thing that I can do to focus on my work and actually get anything done is not play video games. So PlayStation 2 is like a black hole in my video game experience. Most of that decade, I didn't play any video games. So I have like a real, like, you know, dead spot. But then when my kids were born and I, you know, got a little better handle on my career and could actually manage my time and stuff, I, you know, got back into video games and, you know, played a lot of Uncharted and things like that. I really like adventure games and stuff. And
That's not
you know,
what
but,
this Invincible game is.
games that I absolutely love are fighting games. So, you know, in
okay,
high
here we go.
school when Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter were all the rage, and, you know, you were the cool kid if you had it on Genesis, because then Mortal Kombat actually had the blood as opposed to the weird sand
Dude, I
that
used to
came out
play
of
this
people if you
joint
played
so
the SNES version.
Finish
but
him.
you know, and I got Mortal Kombat Trilogy on PlayStation when that came out. So I've always loved fighting games. And then I play a lot of Mario. To this day, if there's a new Mario game coming out, I'm like, all right, when's this thing launching? I had to clear my schedule, make sure I get caught up on scripts, don't schedule any meetings for this week. Yeah, there's a big through line for my life of Transformers the movie in 1986 to Mortal Kombat when it came out in 90, 91, and the violence that kind of finds itself in everything, you know, Evil Dead movies and things like that. So yeah, I mean, Mortal Kombat probably edges out Street Fighter a little bit just because of the violence of it and the finishing moves and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I grew up with video games from as early as I can remember, from
Oh,
playing
great.
Pac-Man on the Atari to Mario Brothers.
I
on
thought it was all
NES,
just Kirkman.
to Mortal Kombat's on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I've said many times that the one video game I desperately want to happen from my career is an Invincible fighting game. It's been the thing that I've wanted since before it was even remotely possible for there to be an Invincible fighting game. And it's something that I've always been pushing for at Skybound. Anytime we got close to, trying to make a video game happen, and so they'd pitch something, and I'd be like, yeah, but we should really do a fighting game. I just think, there's a wide range of characters, and seeing them all like face off against each other would be a lot of fun. And I think the story of Invincible and the genre of fighting games, I think, meshes incredibly well. I mean, the team at Skybound knew that I always wanted a fighting game, and so, as they were exploring like what kind of things, could happen, the team at Quarter Up was, like looking for a cool thing to do, and the Invincible show was happening by then, and the team that became Quarter Up, that had done the Killer Instinct game, they wanted to do something like with us, and Invincible seemed like the right thing to do, and it just kind of organically happened.
Oh my god, it's brutal. Just the characters themselves, like the stakes that are involved in fighting. When I read the comics, I was like, damn, this would make a badass fighting game. And it'd make a badass team.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got this awesome opportunity to come to Skybound and pitch for the game. I'm like, they're like, Mike, what game do you want to make? I'm like, I want to make an Invincible tag battle fighting game. The most brutal tournament quality fighting game that you can play.
Hey, sorry to interrupt the video. Just wanted to say if you're looking for more exclusive details on Invincible Versus, to check out Game Informer magazine issue 376, featuring a gorgeous double-sided cover by none other than Corey Walker. Head over to GameInformer.com/subscribe to get yours.
Yeah, honestly, my level of involvement is people show me things and I say that's cool. So, they present things to me and talk to me about the story of the game, or what characters are going to be incorporated in the game, or they'll sit down and talk to myself and Corey Walker and Ryan Otley about the character designs and things
Ryan
like
Otley,
that.
there we
We're
go.
able to give notes and shape things. But honestly, the team working on the game is so invested in Invincible that they come to me with ideas that incorporate things from the comic and things from the show before I would ever even have a chance to suggest them. And so it's been a really reassuring process in that I know that everyone all the way across the team is so interested in Invincible and excited about Invincible and very well versed in the world of Invincible that I have been fortunate to be able to kind of sit back and, not muck things up and not have to step in and say, well, actually, the character behaves like this, and it'd be nice if this was incorporated because this would call back to this for the fans, and that'd be neat. Everything is, already set up for me, and I just sit back and I'm impressed. It's really cool. You want to straddle that line of having something that's additive for the fans, so they feel like if they're invested in the show and they're invested in the comic, they're getting a new experience that plays up the things that they're familiar with, but you didn't want anything that's so dependent on the show or dependent on the comic that when you sit down to play the video game, you don't know what's going on, and you feel kind of like, okay, I missed something or you don't want people from the show. You never want to have something where it's like, oh, well, you didn't play the game, so you don't know who this character in the show is. So, riding that line is very difficult, but it's something that's really important to us at Skybound, that every single iteration of something is additive. So we know that there will be people that will play this video game that have never watched the Invincible show and have never read the Invincible comic. So their experience with Invincible is this game. So we want to have the story mode be something that represents Invincible well and is something that can make them fall in love with Invincible and maybe travel to those other things. And so the story of this game was really important. And because of that, we got Helen Lay, who works on the Invincible show, to work with Mike Rogers to build the story and set it up. And I think what we've ended up with is something that, if you're watching the show,
I'm so excited for the beta
that show you like where this game could have happened in the show continuity, but there's not anything that's so dependent on the show or the video game that it's going to muck up continuity or make anything confusing for anyone.
I think the team has done such a good job of like making it their own that I don't really see like so much of myself in terms of like my drawing style. It's cool to see their takes on the designs, And you know, in a way, it feels really good to see that like even taken into this other medium where it sort of requires a little bit more flash than you know, like my design in comics has. The costumes still work, so that is it's really what's the word?
I mean, you know, if you play like some DC and Marvel video games, we say muck up is what they do. They cover the costumes in a bunch of triangles and zigzags and, you know, hexagon patterns.
This boy talking his
ear. Dress it up. Like usually when superhero characters go from the page to a video game, you know, they get a lot of, I don't know, razzle dazzle added. That sometimes, yeah, it's a flair. Sometimes detracts from the simplicity of the original design, and so yeah, it's cool to see Corey's designs of the costumes kind of make this transition. And the game team has added a lot of flourish to things, but they've still maintained the simplicity of the comics.
He's not wrong though,
and the costumes,
and that's
so
cool.
I think it makes the game seem that much more authentic. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a brutality inherent to Invincible that is present in this game, and I think there's just a really like visceral like excitement to this game that is kind of, the comic doesn't move. So when I see the comic book pages, it's almost like opera, you know, where there's exciting things happening, but you kind of see them in still images, and so you kind of interpret like how things are moving and things. And then you know, the animated series, I finally get to experience things that are actually moving, and so that's exciting, and I get to see things in a different light. The game is so relentless. There's parts of the show that pause and stop, and there's moments and breaths and things like that. But the game is so nonstop and so intense. It's exciting to see Invincible in a different light, in that, you know, you don't really realize like how intense things can get when there's multiple fighters jumping in and attacking each other, and there's blood flying everywhere, and people are losing limbs, and other people are jumping in to continue the fight, and it's just it's like a cacophony of like insanity that is really kind of overwhelming at times. And I've never really seen Invincible like that until this game. Oh yeah, the fighting game tournament. Oh, if this gets a stage spot, I will be there. I want to see that. Like, to actually see people like playing in a tournament and playing Invincible for that, that would be one of the most exciting things to happen to me. Will I enter the competition and practice? Nobody. Listen, I have been embarrassed so many times in my life. People don't realize how many times I've put my foot in my mouth or done something stupid. That is a level of embarrassment that I don't think I ever want to experience. No,
he's not trying to get bogged by like fighting players. Hey, respect, bro.
Unless they gave me some kind of insane cheat where I could like do something on the controller that only I know about. Yeah. There we go. And then I would look like I was playing really well, but I wouldn't be. Like, I'd be like, don't look at my hands. I'm not doing anything interesting. I'm ready to have everyone see the game and not have to worry about what I talk about in interviews, so that I don't accidentally reveal something I shouldn't reveal. I'm also like, you know, really excited for people to get to experience it and see all the characters and, you know, all the different like combos and ways that the characters interact and things. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited for the launch. I think I'm really proud of this game. I think that anyone who's a diehard Invincible fan is just gonna have hours and hours of discovery playing this game and experiencing the different characters. I think that anyone who just really likes cool fighting games and has never read Invincible or seen the Invincible show is really going to get a lot out of this game and hopefully learn about Invincible through this game. And I'm just really excited for that process to start.
Have you guys gotten to play each other in Invincible?
Briefly.
Once or twice, yeah.
Briefly. He
didn't go well for me.
He puts the controller down, gets frustrated, and then I end up playing by myself.
That's not what happened. I just when I lost, it was my turn to let someone else play. And then
when your turn came back around,
I said no thanks. I just want time to learn how to play. I don't want to learn while I'm getting stomped.
I'm not going to say the word pout.
I was not pouting. It was not a pout.
There was an exit of the room that could have been described as a storm.
Dude, this game looks cool. This game looks so cool. I'm genuinely excited for this game. I just want that beta to drop sooner rather than later. I really want to get my hands on this game and just try it out and play it and see what kind of fighting game we're going to get. I've never played this developer's other fighting game. I forgot what it was called. But I never got a chance to play that fighting game. I actually had no idea about this developer prior to this Invincible versus fighting game, and I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing either. I'm actually happy with the stuff that I'm seeing from it. Actually, I'm actually glad that it was a different developer that I'm not aware of, rather than something that we probably would have like. It would have just been like a like your typical sort of fighting game with just Invincible slapped onto it. Where this feels like they actually did put a little bit more attention to detail, a little more care, a little bit more, like as Robert was saying, like they didn't just put like any fancy smashy costumes. Like they dedicated themselves to making sure it was a great adaptation of the comic book and the source material. And that's always when you get a solid product, man. When you're not just trying to, make a game that's, meant to just be like this flashy game, but just like a solid game, and I hope the fighting aspects of this game are good. I hope people can get their hands on it and are able to find loops, different avenues, different lanes for each different character and make the game last for a while. This is one of those games where they could easily just add DLC on DLC on DLC and make it last for a while, considering that the show is still running, it's still going on, and there's a plethora of characters you could add to a game like this, because Invincible is known to have just an enormous amount of characters. So I'm just excited, dude. I really want to get my hands on this game. I can't wait for the beta. And I just think everything that I've seen so far of the game looks fun. It looks exciting. It looks like a good fighting game, especially from a comic book. And the fact that, they're just riding this Invincible wave that's going on right now with the TV show being airing. People are still going back. They're still reprinting Invincible as we speak into like this newer, smaller format, which I might just have to get, considering that the other way that I was reading it, I don't think they're reprinting that at all. But let me know I am curious, how many of y'all are Invincible fans? How many of you guys have been fans since the comic book has been out for years? Or how many of you guys started being fans after the TV show? Which is, by the way, totally fine if you're just a new Invincible fan that got into the Invincible universe because of the animated show. I'm not here to gatekeep anybody. Let me know how, what exactly it was about Invincible that brought you in. And let me know how excited y'all are about this video game. If you guys are going to be first in line for that beta, and if you're definitely purchasing the game when it comes out, I will definitely love to see this at EVO. That would be sick. I would definitely love to see some competitive play of it. That would be dope. Man, I'm just excited for this video game. I want to do a little bit of content on it because I just haven't talked about it on the channel. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not excited about it. I'm super excited about this video game. And when that beta drops, hopefully I can stream it here on the channel. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe so you could possibly see that future become a reality. Like the video, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video.